Robbie Williams stood on the edge of a cliff, metaphorically, of course, facing an uncertain future. It was 2005, and he was about to release his sixth studio album, Intensive Care. He had already conquered the world as a member of Take That and as a solo artist, but now, something felt different. Success wasn't the question. The real battle was internal. He had been here before, fighting demons, struggling with the pressures of fame, and trying to make sense of his place in the world. But this album, this one had his heart, and it wasn't just about the music, it was about healing, reflection, and reclaiming his voice. As Robbie sat in the studio with Stephen Duffy, his collaborator on this deeply personal project, the mood was contemplative. Duffy looked over the soundboard and smirked. "So, how are you feeling about this one? It's not every day you bare your soul, you know." Robbie leaned back in his chair, rubbing the bridge of his nose. "It's intense," he admitted. "There's a lot of me in here, probably more than anyone's ready for. But that's the point, isn't it?" That was the core of Intensive Care. It wasn't just another pop album with catchy hooks. It was a journal set to music, a deep dive into Robbie's psyche, his highs, his lows, and everything in between. This wasn't the cheeky, cocky Robbie from the Angels days. He was older, maybe a little wiser, and certainly more self-aware. By 2005, Robbie had been through the ringer, public scrutiny, personal battles, and the weight of expectations that had threatened to crush him more than once. The album's creation process reflected this. While recording in his home in Los Angeles, Robbie had stepped away from the bright lights of England's tabloids and found solace in the calm of the California sun. Here, in the quiet, he and Duffy crafted songs that explored everything from his struggles with addiction to his quest for inner peace. It wasn't just therapeutic for Robbie, it was transformative. He needed this album as much as his fans did. But why now? Why 2005? By this point, Robbie had navigated the ups and downs of his solo career, standing tall despite the challenges that came with his meteoric rise in the late 90s and early 2000s. The world was watching, curious to see what a solo Robbie would look like after so much had changed. Intensive Care was his answer.